Hello and welcome to your tutorial on the bells and whistles of a unique learning system, all the little extras that it provides. By now you have hopefully watched the other tutorial videos and you know that unique learning systems is a miraculous data collector and probe administrator. Like fantastic for your data management needs and your student data management needs, and it is truly fantastic. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the extras that it offers. So right now you're on the teacher dashboard. If you want to get back to the teacher dashboard at any time, you just click menu, and then teacher dashboard is going to be in there. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to minimize the unique learning systems button, and we're going to look at some of these other things that are offered with the unique learning systems suite that you have access to. We're going to start with news to you. News to you. Who doesn't love news to you? News to you is fabulous. So news to you is where you're going to find your current events, your breaking news, your weather, some other activities that have to do, it's all news related. This is where your holidays information is going to be. They have a whole bunch of stuff to do with holidays, like they'll have St. Patrick, like any holiday that I can think of, they have a lesson to go with it. And that's where you're going to find it. Take the time to look through each and every one of these tabs and really discover the different things that are in there, because these are fabulous tools and they're fun. They're fabulous. They're fun. I enjoy them personally, and I think you will too when you see how wonderfully adapted they are. So today we're focusing on news to you, and we're also going to focus on specifically within news to you, the suite, current events and breaking news, weather, and holidays. That's what we're going to go into, but I encourage you to go into each and every one of these tabs because there's fabulous things in all of them. So let's start with current events. So current events is awesome because it's going to give you a news article that has comprehension questions. It's a little bit longer. These are fantastic. Now the thing about the current events is that they are current and they do disappear. So I love to check these out when they come out and keep a bridge of this and always be looking here, because if it's gone, you're going to lose it. So up here at the top, when you go to current issues, you're going to see some different levels, right? Regular, higher, simplified, advanced, text only. And let's take a look at the differences between those. I'm going to come and clear my tabs real quick. All right, so let's do Tour de Turtles. That seems awesome. So you're going to have the COM board, extensions activities underneath each of those. That is something we'll look at too. So I'm going to start by opening Read Newspaper in regular. And to see the difference, I'm going to pull up higher also, simplified, advanced, text only, just so you can see the different stuff. Okay. We have an example of the first level of text. So we have that regular text. Let's take a look at it. You can see the difference between them. Here's some more simplified text. So you see how they just have different levels of adaptation, right? All right, so just to take a look at that and see the differences, not only is this content adapted, it's very differentiated. You see the different levels from regular all the way up to text only, all the way up to advanced, and there is something for everybody, each level of student in News to You. I think it's wonderfully differentiated. That's why this is one of my favorite parts of the Unique Learning Systems suite. So now you've seen the text. Let's close these out. And let's pull up the simplified version, just so we can navigate through that together. All right, so here's your simplified version. You saw all the other versions. Now you can see the simplified. So simplified, it's obviously rich visually. I mean, this just looks good. The pictures are great. The text the content is also simplified. So not only does it have the adaptations in adding the picture symbols to the text, but you're also going to notice that the content itself is simplified. All right, so we're clicking through that. Now, while you're doing this, you have the option to do the speed.
Tour de Turtles is a project to study sea.
Also, if you click on
sea turtles are big
a certain line, it'll read it.
In oceans. Sea turtles live in oceans.
All right, so you have that option. You can also annotate in here, maybe circle some vocabulary words that you're working on, that you're focusing on. I don't know, whatever they may be. The world is your oyster. All right, and then when you get to the end of this article, you're actually going to see, so this is technically the end of the article. So that's where it ends. And then it goes into vocabulary, like mini articles that focus on certain parts of the news article. So this part is talking about the turtles. Think of this as an entire newspaper. The current events section of News to You is like a whole newspaper. It's going to tell you the main story. It's going to tell you about specific people in the story or in the news article. It's an in-depth, I don't even know what you call that. Like almost like an expose of the content that you're talking about. So this might not be able to be done in one sitting. It sure is a lot of content. So it's going to talk about the sea turtles. Then it goes into the ocean. And then there's going to be an activity. This is like my favorite part. This is why it's worth looking at them ahead of time, because then you can plan some of these activities. And like, how cute is this? Sea turtle treats. It's also going to have like different how-tos. It's going to go step by step, which is awesome, especially if that's a goal. Oh, I love every part of this. I keep saying this is my favorite, but I love the knock knock joke part. This is a great thing to put on a Switch and get the kids doing the knock knock joke together. It's great collaboration. It makes it fun. Then they have some vocabulary activities. So in this one, this is interactive. So choose the picture about the Tour de Turtles if they pick the wrong one.
Scientist. Space.
It's going to get a bonk. So if they pick ones that are about the article that they talked about, it's going to be green. Being green.
Fault.
So that's fun. You can do that interactively on your smartboard. And then it's going to go into the questions, and it's going to give you the questions one by one. And then it ends in some vocabulary.
Sea turtle. Scientist.
I love current events. It might be my favorite part about this News to You suite. So if you haven't found a way to incorporate this into your daily schedule, I highly recommend it. It's super fun. It's very normal. You know, it feels like something that you would do in any classroom. It is very generalized and it's super fun. So I highly recommend that. So you do have the current issues, and then you also have breaking news. Now, breaking news, we're going to come into this section. Breaking news is going to be your shorter articles. Up here, you can actually search for articles. I don't want to give you the wrong information. I'm not sure. Oh, it looks like it keeps them for about a year, right? So you have like a whole year of news articles. If you want to go back to a certain day, you can search on the search bar. You can have world news, sports news, and entertainment news. And you're going to have a whole bunch of articles for all of those. Let's just pick on one. I also love how it shows the locations. They did add this. If you click on the little location, it's going to show you this little red drop looking thing. It's going to show you where it happened in the world, which adds something great that you can talk to the kids about and add to your lesson, make connections. So let's just click on one. Let's click on Baby Gorilla. And when you come in here, it's going to give you the full article. This is more of the regular article. It's going to have the text. There's not going to be any adaptations to the text. this is not as differentiated as the current event article. The current event article we saw has those 6 different modes. This is going to have 2 modes. It's going to start off with this mode. And on this mode, I usually like to say to the kids, like, when I'm about to read a news article, I like to read the title of the news article. I like to look at the picture, and I like to make an inference. I like to make a guess about what this article is going to be about. So engage with the students however you like, however you see best. And then if you go to the next page, it's going to go into the simplified version. And this is the same thing. You can speak the page if you want. You can actually go to the different sections here. So like this is the article that is the more advanced content like written, and then here's the review, and it's going to have the 3 questions. The cool thing about ULS is that this is also interactive too. If you go into the Zoom, you can make it fit width-wise, and you can make this text the size of the page. So like when you're looking at this on an iPad, or when you're looking at this on a smartboard, you can make this one question big to focus on the question, and you can have the students answer it. And you can even zoom in further if you would like the answers to be larger. You know, if you want to read the question and then have them just see the answers. So it's very navigatable. It's fantastic, the zoom feature on this. So just so you know that exists. All right, and then when you're done, I just fit height and it brings it back to normal. So I love this part of News to You, the breaking news, because you're going to get a new one of these every Friday. You're going to get a new current event. There's going to be 2 per month. So every month you're going to get 2 new ones. I take that back. I'm sorry. Every month you're going to get 1 new one, and it's going to shift one of the articles to the I'm about to get out of here section. So you know that you're only going to have 1 more month with that article. And then after that 2 months pass, you lose an article, and then they shift again. They add a new one. So it's cyclical. It's going to keep getting rid of your articles. So read them while they're there. All right, so we talked about current issues. We talked about breaking news. Now we're going to talk about weather. I do love the weather section. Man, I think I love all of News to You, actually. I just keep saying how much I love it. But these are things that when I am talking about them and I am going into them, I am thinking about the joy that they have brought me in my classrooms, and how they've added to scheduling, and how they increase the consistency of my students' expectations. Like, we know we're going to come in on Monday and we're going to do the weather, and we know that current events are going to be on Wednesdays during social studies, and we know that we're going to do a breaking news article on Fridays for Fun Fridays. Like, these are things that I build into my schedule during the day that are things to look forward to, and without a doubt, these end up being kids' favorite things to do. When you ask, I have found that a lot of kids' favorite part of the week is weather. And you can use weather as a reward. You can put it on a picture schedule. Like, it's something to look forward to. You can add more weathers if you need to. Like, maybe if somebody needs a brain break, they don't like to dance, they want to do an extra weather. That sounds great to me. So, like, it's a great way to differentiate, the expectations of the day. So I do love all of these little sweets. This is great. So it starts off with the weather. I'm very happy to say that they got rid of the annoying music. There used to be the worst music ever that played whenever you played this, and we used to have to turn down the sound because it was awful. They have gotten rid of that, and I'm so excited to hear that I'm not hearing that. So it brings you to the weather page. Press next. I like to have all this ready with picture symbols with my kids. So I say, oh, what day is today? I'll say today. Maybe you'll say today is Monday. What day is today? And then you can do this every day. This is a great, great alternative to morning meeting, because it's actually very functional and very well organized, and it's consistent. So like, this is a great alternative to what you may be doing currently as your morning meeting. So they pick the day. Let's say it's Monday. They pick the month. Let's say it is August. Then they pick the day.
10th.
And I mean, this is a great way to assign jobs. I mean, you know how to do a morning meeting. Maybe today you are going to be the day of the week. person, and you're going to be the month of the year leader, and you're going to be the number, date, and the month leader, and you're going to be the weather leader. You know how to do it. This is great. It gives you all these options.
More
There's more
options.
options too. And like, I mean, if it's hailing and it's dry and it's foggy and you guys can't decide on one, there's always something else, you know? Okay, so I'm going to click snowy.
Snowy.
It's snowy outside. Ooh, in August, weird. All right, then you pick the temperature. You're the temperature leader. They're going to tell us what the temperature
Cold.
is. And then it goes into who do we want to dress today? So we pick somebody.
Bottoms.
You get them
Jeans.
dressed. You get them dressed. You let the kids pick what they're going to
Tops.
wear.
T-shirt. Shoes. Snow boots. Hats. Baseball hat. Accessories. Mittens. Outerwear. Winter coat.
This is time is never wasted. Time is never wasted when you're doing anything to do with student engagement, right? Like these are functional skills. Knowing what the weather is outside, knowing what time of year, what day it is. Like these are all functional skills. Some kids are going to do this faster than others. Some kids are going to grasp these concepts and really quickly, and some are going to grasp them a little bit slower. There's nothing bad about doing this activity. This is fantastic. It is functional. It is fabulous. I love this for engagement, and it's a great time to build relationships with your students and let them know that you care about their opinion and what it was like when they came in from school today, and you care about what they'd want to wear. And like these are all, I mean, just fantastic things, little conversation pieces, and ways to practice communication with some errorless options too built in. So I love this activity. And I think that if you build this into your schedule, like I did, like I've done for years, you will find that it is a fabulous activity. I really enjoy it. All right. So we talked about current events, we talked about breaking news, and we talked about weather. Those are some things I love. And I really love these holiday lessons. So I want to touch on those, and that'll be the last thing that we do together. And the rest, I'm going to encourage you to please click on and look through because it's all fabulous. Holidays. So News to You has added this section where you literally have an article, an interactive article for pretty much any holiday you can think of. Right there, Grandparents' Day. They have Grandparents' Day, you guys. So we got Labor Day, Grandparents' Day. I do this every holiday. Every holiday. When I was in the classroom, I didn't miss a News to You holiday article. It was not going to happen. And it seems like a lot. There's a lot of holidays. They are fantastic. Let me click on one just so you can see it. They're not too big. They're a great thing to add into your morning meeting. Let's say you do the weather, you're finished with that. It's a special day. We are going to talk about Father's Day. Okay, you're at summer school in this scenario. You're doing extended school year and you just finished your weather and you finished your date and it's your morning meeting is done. Morning meeting's done, but I have a surprise for you. Today's a very special day. It's Father's Day. Father's Day is coming up and we are going to read an article about Father's Day. It's done in the same format as the breaking news articles. So they're small, they're palatable. You click through it. That's it. Just an article. This is a time to interact. There's no comprehension questions. Make your own questions if you want to. Use this as an opportunity to ask maybe some errorless questions and just do student engagement. How do you like to celebrate Father's Day? Do you celebrate with your uncle, grandfather, stepfather's father? Like these are, I mean, great conversation pieces, right? Like this is great to encourage students to share. So I do love the holiday articles. They are fabulous. And that concludes our tutorial on these little extras that are offered in the News to You part of this Unique Learning Systems suite. And I hope that you get a chance to use these and fall in love with them like I've fallen in love with them because they really are fantastic. And I think that they can change the dynamic of your classroom by increasing engagement. Thank you so much.